Very fine morning, my dear students. Hope you all will be fine by the grace of God. Students, today we will study about second experiment of Science 1 Standard 10th. It is having three parts. In our previous lecture, already we have studied experiment number 1. So, let us see the experiment number 2, that is to identify the type of chemical reactions by studying the reaction and recording observation. So, let us see, this experiment is about the chemical reactions. So, here we will see that how the chemical reaction takes place and how the different types of the reactions are there, that all we are going to see in this second experiment, children. Now, different type of chemical reactions are there and they can be classified using different criteria. Here we will see different reaction as exothermic reaction, endothermic reaction, reversible reaction, irreversible reaction. Then when we will perform the experiment, and then we will identify which type of reaction it is. So, first of all, we will see about the first part. In that, we have to take magnesium ribbon and we have to burn. For that, what things we need, that I'll show you in the video. First, let me tell you what things we need. We need small piece of magnesium ribbon, pair of tongue to hold it, sandpaper, watch glass or crucible dish, test tube stand, test tube holder, beaker, spirit lamp, etc. So, we will hold a small pair of magnesium ribbon with the help of tongue, and whatever the ash is there, that we have to collect in the wash glass. We will observe that magnesium burn with luminous flame and white ash is left behind. Only one product will be formed and no gas will come out or no gas will be produced. So, here two reactants, magnesium, which we have taken in the form of magnesium ribbon, and oxygen, that we are getting in this reaction from air, they combine and they will form magnesium oxide and heat will be given out. So in this reaction, what we conclude, that it is a combination reaction. Some processes are very fast and some processes are very slow. So here we will see that how this reaction takes place in the video, children. Let us see what thing we need, children. Here you can see everything. The tongue is there, a small piece of magnesium is there, and we are burning on the burner with the help of tongue holding it. We have watch glass. See how it is burning, and we have to keep ash in the watch glass. Children, while we are performing this experiment we had to be very careful because, as you know, the burning of magnesium ribbon is very fast and it is very bright. So we have to be very careful. We can see here because the flame is very bright and it is very high flame. So we have to take care, and here we can see that here two reactant combine and they form one product. So what we can call it as the combination reaction. And one more example we can see that in the last I'll show you the pic of that how the iron react with the oxygen. And you might have seen if any iron thing or the iron nail are kept in the open place in rainy season, soon after some time they are having a reddish coating. So that is what iron oxide. So this way we can see one more reaction is there. So now children, we will see its second part. In second part, we can see that we are going to study the other type of reaction, that is between the dilute sulfuric acid solution and zinc, which is in the form of powder or dust. So children, here we will take some zinc dust in a test tube and we will add few drops of H2SO4. Then as we add the H2SO4, some reaction will start. Before that we have to fit a delivery tube which is holded with the help of clamp. Now here we will see that the reaction start and bubbles start coming out in the test tube. It means that some product is forming there and there is some gas also. To confirm that which gas it is, we will hold a burning candle near the mouth of delivery tube. Then what we will see children, that there will be a small blast with the with some sound and the gas start burning. We can do this one more way, that we can see that the blue flame will be there. We will find that hydrogen is produced in this chemical reaction and zinc is reacting with dilute sulfuric acid or dilute H2SO4. Here zinc is replacing hydrogen that remains in the test tube at zinc sulfate, or the formula for zinc sulfate is ZnSO4 and hydrogen is given out. So hydrogen is displaced by zinc here. So what we conclude children? We will conclude that it is a type of displacement reaction. Here one element of reactant or the group of element in reactant is displaced by another element or group of element. So presence of hydrogen is confirmed because hydrogen have the property that it burns with the blue flame. So what inference we will remove children? We will see that one element is displaced by another element, then the reaction of the displacement type, and here Zn or zinc is more reactive than the hydrogen, so it displaces the hydrogen. Let us see how we have to perform children. Let us have a look, children, how we have to perform this. We have to take zinc dust in a test tube. Now we will add some sulfuric acid, that is dilute form. We'll pour in the test tube in which zinc has been taken. Now here the reaction is taking place. I hope, children, you might have understood the second part of the experiment number 2. Now let me explain you part 3rd, and then I'll show you how to perform it. Children, in part 3rd, we have to heat lead nitrate. So here we will see that what happens when we heat lead nitrate powder. We will take white color lead nitrate powder in a test tube. We heat on a burner, and we have to take care that equal heat should be given to the test tube from all the sides. So we hold a moist blue litmus paper at the mouth of the test tube after heating for few moments. Then to see the effect, what will happen, that now we can check it that we will hold a burning matchstick or the burning candle near the mouth of the test tube. We will observe that there is a change in lead nitrate. A gas is getting released, that is reddish brown in color. And if we'll take a moist blue litmus paper, it will turn red. The burning of candle will continue. So this candle does not extinguish, or the matchstick if you are burning, it does not extinguish. So in this reaction, if the gas is getting released, there may be 3 possibilities. First, gas itself start burning. Second, candle may extinguish. Third, flame continues to burn. Children, here flame continues to burn. So what conclusion will remove, that we can make out that when lead nitrate is heated, the gas is coming out. It must be of 2 kinds. Brownish gas, which turn the blue litmus red, is nitrogen dioxide, and the other gas due to which the flame continues to burn may be oxygen, because oxygen helps burning. We can see lead oxide in the solid form, which get collected at the bottom of the test tube. So here we can see that from one substance, lead nitrate, the 3 substances are formed as a product. So what are those 3 substances, children? These 3 substances are lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide gas, and oxygen gas. So one reactant is decomposed in many products. Such type of chemical reaction is called as the decomposition reaction. Here lead nitrate is decomposing and giving out 3 simple products. Children, let us have a look how we can perform it. Let us see how we can perform it, children. This is lead nitrate in the test tube. Now we are putting moist blue litmus paper at the mouth of the test tube. Now we are bringing burning matchstick. Children, this is the experiment number 2. Uh, I'm just already explained you. I have already explained you. Now I'm going to just show you how to write here. Here two parts are given. The third part you have to write yourself. I'll just send you the observation. Children, see here. Title of the experiment is to identify the type of reaction by studying the reaction and recording observation. Already I have shown this is the title or aim of the experiment. Already I have told you requirement is beaker, test tube, pair of tongue, burner, everything I have shown you. What chemicals you need, children? You will need zinc dust, magnesium, dilute sulfuric acid, lead nitrate, etc. Then here are the steps. This is the first step, children. This is the first step, how we are burning the magnesium wire. This is the second one, how we are taking the zinc dust, and this is second one, how we are taking H2SO4 and zinc dust. That is shown here. This is the delivery tube so that the gas may come out. Here, combustion of magnesium in the air. So that we'll see first how the reaction takes place. 2 Mg plus O2, that is equal to 2 MgO, that is magnesium oxide. How we'll write reading? The magnesium ribbon burned with a bright luminous flame. Second, a white colored powder remains behind. This table you have to make and write for the first one. Here you can see that the number of reactant are 2 and the number of product are 1. Number of product is 1. So here two reactants and a single product is formed. The magnesium ribbon burned with bright flame, luminous flame. And third, this is a chemical change. Now second part, action of dilute sulfuric acid on zinc. So here Zn plus H2O4, they are as reactant. They form ZnSO4 plus H2. What is the reading in observation? We can see a colorless gas is liberated, a glowing sphincter get extinguished and gas burned with the blue flame, zinc powder disappear and colorless solution obtained. Now children, this is the reaction. You can write here. Here number of reactant are 2, number of product also 2. Here 2 reactants and 2 products are formed. Then hydrogen from H2SO4 get displaced by zinc metal. So which type of reaction it is? It is displacement reaction. One more is there, one more table that I'll just show you children. Then you have to write the inference or conclusion. Children, after this second table you have to write the third table that is given in your practical book. It is page number 5. You can see the reaction third, that is S2PbNO3 whole twice. Heat is given 2PbO, that is in solid form, plus 4NO2, that gas is coming out, plus O2, that is oxygen gas. So you can see here a reddish brown, in observation you can see a reddish brown colored gas that is turning moist blue litmus paper red, that is liberated. Already I explained you. Second, the glowing sphincter keeps on glowing. So here how the reaction takes place in the table, what you have to write. That reaction is already written there. 2PbNO3 whole twice, heat is given 2PbO plus 4NO3 gas liberated plus O2, that reaction is already given here. O2 gas is liberated. Then number of reactant you have to write 1, because PbNO3 whole twice, that is one reactant only. The number of product you have to write 3. Why? Because already you know that 3 products are formed: lead oxide, then nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gas. Then already the next column is written there, and the types of reaction will be decomposition reaction. So this all you have to write, children. Now inference or conclusion, you can see here already it is written that reactions are called the displacement reaction. Whatever is written here, that also you can write, or you can write from your book also, from your practical book. In that it is written, first reaction are called displacement reaction when atom or the group of atom in one substance takes place of atom or group of atoms in other substance to form new substance. For example, action of dilute sulfuric acid on zinc. Second, reaction are called combination reaction when single product is formed from two or more reactant in a chemical reaction, like you have seen in case of the magnesium ribbon and oxygen. Then, when two or more simpler substances are formed from a single compound, the reaction is said to be decomposition reaction. So this experiment is over here. Till inference or conclusion you have to write in your experiment, and whatever the multiple choice and question are there, that you have to find yourself, children, and complete this experiment number 2. I hope you might have understood. I tried my level best to explain you. So write this experiment in your science journal so that slowly you can complete your journal. Otherwise altogether it will be very difficult, children, for you all to complete. So it is better to complete one experiment how I am sending you. So hope everything will be clear to you. If so far you have not purchased your book, this science journal book, then you can write in the rub book, and afterwards try to purchase the book as soon as possible. So thank you, children.